Breaking news, my lovely, wonderful people. The matter continues and it goes on and on. Supreme Court and Atiku search for fresh evidence on Tinubu's records. So this is the new thing that is going on now. Supreme Court over Atiku, they are searching for fresh evidence on Tinubu, and this is a serious one. We know that Tinubu, the appeal court, the Presidential Election Tribunal court, went ahead and guess what they did? They made sure that everything that was raised against Tinubu has been sorted. They dismissed every case on Atiku. They dismissed every case that Atiku, every petition Atiku and Obi had. Everything was dismissed. So this is the new trend of things. This is what is going on right now. Presently now, things have really changed again. They are looking for fresh evidences as the same as Atiku goes to Supreme Court. You can't just come to Supreme Court saying that the appeal court did not quite get your drift. So this is what is happening right about now. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Supreme Court and Atiku search for fresh evidence on Tinubu's records. The Supreme Court may be called upon to decide whether to admit new evidence on appeals from the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal that ruled on petition from the February 25th election. The 5-member tribunal dismissed the petition by opposition candidates and their parties seeking to overturn the Independent National Electoral Commission declaration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress APC as winner of the polls. Tinubu defeated 17 candidates, including the former president Alhaji Atiku Abubakar of the People Democratic Party, the former governor of Anambra State Peter Obi of the Labour Party, and the former Kano State Governor Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso of the New Nigerian People's Party, who emerged first, second, and third runner-up accordingly. Tinubu was inaugurated on May the 29th as the 16th President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria. Dissatisfied, Atiku and Obi and the Allied People Movement APM petitioned the tribunal to be declared president, claiming they have scored the majority of the lawful votes and secured 25% of votes cast in at least 24 states and the Federal Capital Territory FCT Abuja in the ultimate. Atiku and Obi called for the outburst of Tinubu as unqualified to contest the polls, unable to secure the highest number of lawful votes, and for INEC failure to completely follow their own guideline. The whole election should be rerun. But tribunal dismissed the 3 consolidated petition by Atiku, Obi, and APM and declared them without merit and affirmed that Tinubu is the duly elected president of Nigeria. Atiku and Obi intend to appeal to the Supreme Court to reverse the judgment. They queried with their fingers, in fact, not doing substantial justice to their petition. Specifically, Atiku inquiries has queried that the tribunal failure to properly elevate evidence to place before it, including Tinubu's academic record from the Chicago State University in the United States. Atiku filed a application to get the Chicago State University to authenticate Tinubu's certificate and explain the discrepancies obviously seen in the record. He also filed out facts such as documentation of Tinubu's passport, visa, social security, and driver's license, and payment of tuition fees. Atiku wants the fresh evidence to include in his appeal to the Supreme Court, as he alleged that Tinubu forged certificates he presented to INEC in 2022 for the February polls, even as Tinubu denied all that he attended Chicago State University from 1977 to 1979, with the school affirming this. So this is what is happening. There's a lot going on at the moment. Atiku is asking the tribunal if they could, the Supreme Court, if it could bring in more evidence. Now, the Supreme Court basically is supposed to look at everything more carefully, okay, and see if the appeal court missed anything. That's supposed to be the work of the appeal court, to be able to look at things more carefully, analyze, and to be able to, ensure that no details was missed. So when people go to, for instance, you go to the High Court with your concerns, the High Court will look at it, and if they are not if they feel that there are no, you don't have a case, they will uphold the opposition. Okay, and after that, you can decide to appeal it. Then you go to the appeal court. The appeal court will also look at all the evidences placed out, and when the appeal court have looked at it and have seen all that is happening, if they feel that you don't still have any potential matter in all of this, they will still uphold the opposition, and then you have to go to the Supreme Court. Now, the Supreme Court is supposed to do a thorough work looking at all the evidences and truly, analyzing everything and ensuring that things are done properly. So the Supreme Court is where they've appealed to, saying we want a thorough investigation and thorough lookout on every of these things to ensure that the right thing is done. And so when the Supreme Court has looked at everything, then they can pass a final judgment. And the Supreme Court is supposed to be, once the Supreme Court has passed a judgment, that's it. Once the Supreme Court says anything, that's it. But this is what is happening now. The Supreme Court have also looked at everything, and they are beginning to, raise questions over, they don't, what Tinubu now, Atiku is saying, can he bring in fresh evidences, to the Supreme Court? Can the fresh evidences be brought to the table? So that's the question right about now, and we're waiting to see what will happen, because Atiku said he has some evidences to produce that Tinubu is actually a fraud, according to him. So leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's hear what you think as we look at these things objectively together and make a difference to make Nigeria a better place. God bless. Have a fantastic day. Bye for now. Remember, every one of us must be able to bring something fresh to the table to ensure that at the end of the day, this nation becomes a better place. And this nation, we have all that we truly need to safeguard our nation and to bring us to where we need to be. If we continue and we don't speak out, some persons will take advantage of us. Yes? Bye for now.